5280 Sports Network, your morning minute on a Tuesday. Nate Lundy, Sean Drotar, thanks for stopping by. OTAs! OTAs! Broncos OTAs! Yay! Okay, that's all we're going to do with that. Rockies get a win on the road last night, Sean. That now means they have won 5 on this road trip. They still have 3 more games to go, but they have won 5 on the trip. We had said as long as they could at least do 5 and go 500, we would be happy. Here they already sit in that spot against a struggling Phillies team where I think winning a 6th or maybe even a 7th may not be out of the question.
Oh, no, I don't think so at all. The Rockies have now already locked down their acceptable road trip with the 5 wins, and now they can make it a good and maybe even great trip going forward. You're starting to see some things that make you excited about the Rockies' offense. They scored 8 last night. Nolan Arenado absolutely destroyed a ball. I'm not sure it's even landed yet or if it has a cover on it when it did. And you started to see a return to form. You've talked about it. On this road trip, you wanted to see Carlos Gonzalez get better. Carlos Gonzalez over the last 10 games is now hitting over 350. He has hits in 10 of his last 11 games and multiple hits in 4 of those. So he is starting to heat up. Now, the extra base hits aren't there. Doubles aren't there. The home runs aren't there.
Care.
But the power will come when he gets the bat on the ball.
Get on base by swinging the bat and hitting the ball. That's what we wanted out of Cargo. Great performance last night, as Sean just said, and that's been my concern, is trying to see Cargo get back to form. I believed in the law of averages. I believed that somebody with that pure and that sweet of a swing was eventually going to find it. Let's hope that this road trip is what it is, so that by the time they get back to Coors on Friday night, that hitting continues for Cargo, and that this isn't just some sort of a little blip, that this is actually the continuation where we're going to see his average continue to rise. Jeff Hoffman, one of the big pieces of the Troy Tulowitzki trade, gets his 2nd win, gets his first major league hit on top of that. Sean, you think that he's going to wind up being sent back down and that this is temporary, but could it be something where, based on what we're seeing, he's back sooner rather than later?
Well, possibly. I mean, he started 2 games for the Rockies, both spot starts. He's won them both. His strikeout-to-walk ratio was outstanding last night. He struck out 7 and walked none, which I'm not sure that too many Rockies have done that really ever, especially not this year where they've had challenges.
Well, Trevor Story's done it, but that's been at the plate.
It's the opposite way, right, exactly. So I think Hoffman, who really was the centerpiece of the Tulowitzki deal, he will probably go back here, but he's coming. I think it's pretty clear that he can get major league hitters out. The Phillies are one thing, but his first win was against the Dodgers in Coors Field. It's nothing to sneeze at. So the Rockies are very young in their rotation. Senzatella, Freeland, Marquez, all rookies. You may not want to put another rookie in there necessarily, but about 3 weeks or so, John Gray's expected to return, give or take. Then what do? It seems unlikely, even though Marquez was brought up to take Gray's spot. The way he's pitched, it seems a little bizarre to send him down. The Rockies, for the first time I can remember, actually have a logjam of starting pitching.
I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. All right, we joked about OTAs. Now let's get serious about it. I do think the Broncos OTAs, as they are for the 5 other teams in the NFL that have new head coaches, is actually one of the more fascinating things. As much as we can talk about the quarterback position battle on the radio show this morning, I talked about the battle that I want to see at tight end because I want to see the Broncos finally solidify that position and the pass-catching ability. But really what it comes down to is these OTAs are an opportunity to see and observe for the players and then for us in the media on the first day and overall how these coaches interact with the players, how this new staff interacts. You'll start to get a feel for how they work when they're out there on the field and maybe a glimpse as to what it looks like behind closed doors. That's the part of it that, just like the other 5 teams in the NFL that are dealing with new head coaches, that's the part of it to me that is the most fascinating about OTAs, more so than any other storyline, simply because you do have coaches where you want to see how do they react, how do things go. I'll be the first one to say I believe that Vance Joseph has been a little awkward sometimes during his press conferences. I still don't think he's comfortable there, but if he looks comfortable on the sideline in dealing with the players, I don't care what he looks like in a press conference, because all I care about is winning games. That's what matters the most. That's what fans care about the most. Pay attention to what happens over the course of the days. Let's start to get a feel for what the Vance Joseph coaching staff and coaching era of this team is going to look like. So a lot to be able to get to over the course of the next few days. Of course, Ryan Green and Jake Marsing will have your Broncos Blitz podcast throughout the week. He'll get you up to date on what they are seeing and what they are hearing while they're out there for the official week 1 of OTAs. So keep your eye out for that at 5280sportsnetwork.com, milehighsports.com as well. For Sean, I'm Nate. Have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.